Hello, this is Bonsai, or known as XL, and I'm using this Schurum Diaz NZ, and this specifically mole suit came out in Double Zeta series, I believe, and I remember it had a really good combat. Like it had really like decent combat in the anime, and this is basically the whole new variant of a like Rick Diaz. Now this is what you are supposed to have as shortcuts. You're supposed to have the bazooka, beam cannon, and sailing. If you don't have any of those in there, also the beam saber, those are perfect for this Mosu, and it has a infinity stagger. So you can stagger an opponent pretty damn like a long time. You can mad stagger a dude, and that's what makes this thing really effective, especially in space. Like in space is oof, nice, dude. And then you start, feeling good in there, clouding opponents' judgments and thinking that this suit is absolutely bad. Now, using this suit is not easy, and you're supposed to have like that sort of shortcut. Like you can change up the whole shortcut status if you wanted to. Um, but I highly recommend that sort of way to use this suit, and it's a pretty damn effective support, and I was able to do pretty damn legit games with this thing, and it really I don't know what's the word, that mad surprised me in all sorts of different aspects and all angles. And yeah, the stagger options on this suit is pretty damn savage, and you also get a little nice dip of cream on this suit. It's the creme de la creme, and when I mean creme de la creme, you get machine guns on the side plus dual wield freaking beam guns, and which is pretty damn cool. Before I had a really bad combo with this suit. I was literally trying to, get this suit to work. I had the 550 and 600 variant of this suit, and look at these stagger options. Pretty damn insane stuff. Pretty fast. Pretty effective as a 500 mobile suit. 550, and there's also a 600 variants, which both are pretty damn solid stuff. Now, when you're using this goddamn Rick Diaz Schurum, it is, very agile. It's pretty damn quick. You can get from, engagements here and there. It's solid. I like the boost on this suit. Very heavy, good stuff. Now the beam shoulders, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, is it me, or is like, why is the beam like shoulders like huge, but it does a little bit of damage? Like, wouldn't it give like a lot of goddamn freaking firepower on this thing? You know what I mean? And it's very epic. This suit, it's got a whole bunch load of freaking weapons. It's got really solid weaponry. And the melee of this Rick Diaz is just like the Rick Diaz, and pretty damn effective as a matter of fact. But you have to, you have to be very effective with this mostly, because you can't be jumping into like really bad engagements with this thing. But if there were three opponents, you could stagger the dude on the left with, your rocket. You could stagger the dude in the middle with your beam salient. You could stagger the other dude on the right with, your double beam shoulder, and that gives you enough time to, set up your same type of stagger options. You can, you could go wild with this thing. I like going wild. It's really sick, and I enjoy this thing. Do I find this suit pretty damn fabulous? Yeah, it's a pretty damn decent support. As you can see, I basically rocked the regular, Diaz colors on this, because I thought the regular Diaz colors was pretty damn legit. I remember when I was using this multi, I was having a very hard time. Very hard time trying to figure out how this whole mobile suit works. It took me like weeks to figure it out, but I was able to figure it out. I was like, oh, okay, so that's how you use this thing. And you know, just having the whole sort of stagger option combination right there is what makes this mole suit very deadly and very effective, especially in space. It's really good in space. In ground, it's pretty damn, you know, semi-decent, I believe. But, you know, having like this effective firepower on this thing rocks the world with this goddamn Schurum mole suit. Right over here, I was able to stagger this Jalgu guy, and you're gonna see a lot of moments when I'm just literally freezing some dude, but you know, majority of the time there will be a dude who comes out of nowhere and saves the dude from getting, you know, absolutely staggered to death with this mole suit. And yeah, it's got some really insane potential with this thing, and I love it. Very effective. And that is right there is one of the most newest mole suits, which that mole suit is pretty damn effective. But yeah, just using this mole suit, it's kind of like a, I don't know, man, I just feel like I'm using a goddamn freaking huge juicy spear, and as you can see, that combo combination is really good. And I was, you know, fighting with a Zeta on my side, which was really good news with this thing. A lot of opponents are going to, you know, look at this thing and say, I don't think that mole suit's that good, you know. But I finally figured out the perfect secret of how to use this mole suit, and I'm telling you, if you literally put this mole suit with this build and the shortcuts, you're going to be really quick with staggering your opponents. And it's really solid stuff, and I enjoy it. But here, going after this support versus support, barely had any health, and I went for good old-fashioned machine guns, and me and this support basically took each other out. The 7th Gundam kicks ass in all sorts of aspects, especially the big old shoulder. Goddamn freaking vaporizer. And you know, you can erase booties for days with that thing, which is really nice. I like it. Now, yeah, do I find this small suit very effective? Yeah, it's pretty decent. It does what it's supposed to do. It does its job. You know, there are some supports, like earlier I did a video of a, you know, GM custom that just barely had any, you know, decent stagger options or, you know, choices to do things. And you know, the melee on this small suit is pretty damn quick, and you can switch pretty damn aggressively. You know, especially when you go for the beam shoulder and then you go for, you know, beam saber, and then you're like, haha, I got a rocket for you. And then, you know, good old fashioned the spitter right there. That's what makes this thing really effective, especially when you're trying to hunt down generals, because when you're hunting down generals with this thing is just godly freaking awesome. And when I mean godly freaking awesome, you can do some really effective things with this thing. Very effective. It's a very effective support, and you're gonna be pretty damn surprised in what rating I'm going to give this small suit, because finally figuring out how this whole mobile suit works was kind of a pain in the ass, and I kept on getting like 6th, 10th place, you know, other places, like low places. And I was like, alright, you know, I was thinking maybe the beam guns, you know, does a lot of damage. Oh, maybe anti-melee resistance against those rigs. And not really. It all has to do with the shortcuts. The shortcuts is what makes this really nice, meaty, freaking stagger confetti mobile suit. As you can see, last going for the melee. And these guys right there, they were basically, two Zero Shikis, and they were like mobile suits that I did not want to face up against. Very, very dangerous mobile suits, especially when you're literally down, and they basically go for, the beam, and they can melt your goddamn freaking legs, like, so quick. I'm trying to go after the 7th. 7th did not see that coming. Going after this, dude. Try to use the goddamn Salient. Salient couldn't do anything. Went for a good old-fashioned finisher right there. Real nice stuff. Going after this Zero Shiki. Nice stuff. And, the last video I have of this small suit is, I was able to get first place with this thing. I was like, oh, okay, this thing is capable of actually kicking some ass after all. Because of the whole sort of freaking on the whole switcheroo is what made this goddamn freaking mole suit work real nice. Deadly mole suit, very deadly. And what I love about this mole suit is that you got really, really nice boost. Like, so much boost. You got the boost of a goddamn Rick Diaz. You just gotta keep that in mind. This is a Rick Diaz boost. And it's pretty savage stuff. And the mole suit has pretty damn decent boost. It's got some pretty damn decent range boost. And as a matter of fact, when you're using this mole suit, I highly recommend you pump up that range boost on this mole suit. When you pump up the range boost, it's really solid stuff. The rest, I'll let you figure it out. Because, adding the other type of things, it's kind of your choice. You can do some, pretty damn intense builds. But, yeah, just add some range boost. This thing could come out pretty damn solid. Was able to do some pretty damn decent damage. I was pretty damn impressed at that freaking match. And as you can see, I was getting into, long, medium, and close range engagements with this thing. And when you're approaching raids, you can infinity stagger raids with this mobile suit. And when you infinity stagger raids with this mobile suit, it's pretty damn deadly stuff, and it knocks them out of their socks, which makes them really surprised, like, oh crap, this dude was able to stagger me pretty damn insane. And what I do recommend is not to fight raids with this small suit, but I recommend you fighting generals. When you fight generals with this thing, this would make this game god. Like, it's pretty goddamn freaking godly in space. It's not as godly as, the GBO4, but, when you master the Salient in this small suit, that's what makes this thing really, really effective. I haven't been able to master the Salient in this small suit, but if you do master the Salient, this thing can do some pretty hefty damage. Trying to get away from that man. He was able to grab me. Mark 2s, dangerous small suits to go up against, but you can infinity stagger that dude if your aim is just right. And that's what I love about this small suit. If you want to do, good old fashioned finishers on some dude with Vulcans. And these Vulcans, they ain't any sort of Vulcans you use. These are really rapid firing Vulcans. Like 40 rounds is just enough to melt a general. And if you can kind of, get your mind set up with this goddamn mole suit, oof, you can do some pretty nice games with this thing. I'm not like the master with this mole suit, but I hope that a lot of people out there try to understand what I'm trying to say with this, the shortcut. The shortcut's what we look at that, showing that guy's HP. And he's a general, you know what I mean? This is a goddamn freaking support with the bazooka. 3,000 damage with the bazooka. Like, come on, that's really, really nice stuff. 3,000 with the bazooka, plus 3,000 with, you know, your beam shoulder. That's almost like 6,000 damage. So like, if you literally combo that over and over and over again, you can like do like, what? Let's just say 2 combos with this. All right, let's just say 2 combos. You probably make like around, let's just say, like 12,000 damage with 2 combos. Pretty damn decent stuff, as a matter of fact. 3 combos, oof, around 18,000 damage. And the best part, you know, when you do that, like combos, the dude's gonna literally say, "Oh man, I can't move, I can't move." And that's what makes it real nice. That's what I love about this thing. But, you know, you just always gotta stay away from those good old-fashioned, those goddamn freaking raids. And I was trying to switch into my Vulcans, but my remote wasn't letting me to, so I was kind of having a hard time trying to switch my goddamn Vulcans. The melee on this mole suit does some pretty damn significant damage against generals, so, you know, that's a really, really hell yeah to my vote. If I had to rate this mole suit, for once, you know, I finally run into a support that's pretty damn decent. And I give this like a 10 out of 10 because of, you know, the crazy damage output that it can literally do upon opponents is just profound. It's just really, really, really nice. The only flaw is, you know, you just have to sit for your beam shoulders. You have to sit in one specific position. But, you know, having all these other stagger options that I can fire on the move is what makes this thing really nice. And, you know, very, very epic stuff. And not only that, you know, the machine guns could stagger if you combo it with your beam guns, like your double wield beam guns. It's pretty damn insane stuff. And another benefit with this mole suit is the boost. Like, you can speed out of this dude's confront combat situation. And yeah. And it's got some really, really nice speed. I like it, you know, like things with some really, really nice speed is what makes this thing really, really nice and juicy. Very effective, very nice. And will I be mastering this mole suit? Probably. I might be really mastering this thing. It feels really, really nice. I feel like its potential, you know, with this shortcut system. Very, very nice combinations you can literally throw out with this mole suit. It's gonna be a really, really fun, like, it's gonna be a very fun support, I guarantee. You know, you're gonna probably struggle, you know, you're gonna miss many times, but, you know, when you're literally, you know, stopping the dude with these staggers, oh man, it's real nice. Real nice. Try to go after this raid because it's much more of a bigger problem. I want it out of the picture right there. Very, very out of the picture. Did not want that that mole suit doing some significant damage on me. The bow is something you gotta keep an eye out for when you're going up against, because, you know, not only that, you have a lot of stagger options. The bow's got a lot of stagger options. So having 1v1 engagements with the bow with this thing, you gotta think twice. You gotta think smart when you're trying to go against a bow. Now this man right here, this super, he was just having a hard time because he's basically outnumbered. Which, you know, I feel that, man. And at this specific moment, you know, I wanted to rush and do whatever I can to support our team members and take out a dude as quickly as possible. and I believe I did a pretty damn decent job. I've had really good matches with this monster. I had some decent matches here and there. Like I kept on getting like like 6, like 7th place, 4th place for this monster, and yeah, it's because of this whole stagger combo. You could do some really nice combos with this thing. You could do some nice combos just like the gun cannon detector. The gun cannon detector, you could do some pretty damn nasty combos. And pretty damn effective, as a matter of fact. I love this thing. This thing is real nice and rubberlicious. As you can see, I did a really good score right there. And I believe this is the match where I was, able to get first place. And I was actually pretty damn surprised getting first place with this thing. I was like, alright, so, I switched the whole shortcut on this, and the whole shortcut literally made a difference. It made a massive difference. I was like, okay, now I finally figured out how this thing works. Now, for the Rick Diaz, the regular general, that thing has maneuver armor, and it's got double dodge roll, and it's got like a whole variety, just like this whole mobile suit with its stagger options. As you can see, that man got vaporized with a bunch of our guys right there, able to land some nice shots, and it's really good at long range. As you can see, it can do some pretty damn decent skills at specific moments. Right there, I wanted to stay away from the bow. But here, landed that rocket, landed the rocket right there. My ally staggered me, understandable. Staggered that man. Tried to go for the melee. And I'm fighting against, a zombie, which is really insane. Machine guns for the win. Look at this. Beautiful. Who say you can't fight zombies in this thing? You can fight zombies. Amazing. Beautiful pulse. Able to stagger that man. Right over here, I was being really reckless. And, I wasn't choosing my weapons precisely. And if you would choose your weapons precisely in this mobile suit, you can do some really significant damage, like towards the enemy, and they're just like, what the hell? A Diaz did that to me? What? And yeah, this thing is absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10, dude. 10 out of 10. Really fun, as a matter of fact. I've considered it very fun because of all the whole choices that you can actually choose on this mobile suit. It's just a very big target. Having a very big target like this is, kind of a very pain in the ass type of feeling using this. But, having this extreme boost, like having a lot of boost in this mobile suit, is just amazing, especially for a support and especially for its battle rating. And, it fits this battle rating just right. Right over there, that man was trying to spam me like a goddamn stormtrooper with his goddamn meat guns. That's important. Beautiful. Tried to go for the stagger. And when you're going for the stagger, you have to be careful. Right over here, I wanted to stay away from this barrel, strike a barrel. I wanted to get that man like so bad. The thing is that when you're trying to go after barrels, you have to take those guys out also. But it's not as bad as the striker custom, because the striker custom is deadly. It can infinity melee, and you have to take that thing out quickly as pronto. And sometimes you can literally get matches when you're using this like Diaz Scorazzo. When you're using this Diaz Scorazzo, it basically, you have to stay away from those those striker customs, because man, very deadly stuff. The one with the demon blade, and the one with the demon blade around the 500 cost. That's what makes this. It's like it's weak against that mobile suit. And as you can see, it's surprising that, a support can actually do some pretty damn significant damage. And this is a high tier match. A very, very high tier match, and I was surprised. Very, very nice. It screams goodness. I love it. I love it. Oh. Team members got the shot. Good stuff. And when you become a target, you do not want to become a target with this mostly, because that's when the raids get, really nice and juicy. They start looking at you. Looking at you like here's a goddamn freaking pumpkin pie that they can literally eat to death. But over here, beautiful Salient staggered that man. Real nice stuff. Real nice. Look at this. D is going, dude. Teamwork right here. And when you have, your team working together, and if you're literally the dude in the sidelines using the small suit, that's what makes this thing really nice. Very, very nice. Very wonderful when you're using this thing. And I basically wanted to drop back over here. I didn't want to drop all the way back, but it was a really, really good front line to actually hold this area. And at the specific, moment, there were a lot of enemy team members who were trying to approach me, and I could not do anything. And that's, one of the problems with sports. You can't maneuver armor out of situations. That raid was basically going after me. I wanted to stay away from that raid whatsoever. I did not want to fight that raid. It was a very, very bad thing for me to go up against. And yeah, very nice, very effective. Love this. And yeah, 10 out of 10 mole suit. It kicks ass, as a matter of fact. And yeah, see y'all later. Take care. Enjoy your day.